all the bros sad about their GF breaking up with them. It wasn't your GF. It was only your turn. So this is a fundamental aspect of relationships, which is the fact that you don't actually own a girl. Because of the prevalence and abundance of options in 2022 dating, these girls are not loyal, right? And it's because they're not loyal, you shouldn't expect them to be loyal in the long term, and you shouldn't even expect your relationships to last long term. Here is the expression I'd like you to internalize, okay? Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened, right? The glass was already broken, you just got to see it while it temporarily wasn't, right? So again, it's no big deal if your relationship ends. There will be other girls. Again, if you stay on your mission, you stay on your purpose, you stay working on your business, your career, exercise, and your friends and relationships with your, your family, etc., you will be totally fine, guys. Like, there will be other women. It's not a big deal. As a man, you have time, so it doesn't really matter if your relationship ends now. No matter what happens in your relationship with a girl, you always win in the long term because she has a much shorter fertility window than you. So if you've ever gotten a girl in any point in her fertility window prime, age 18 to 28, if you've had any of those years, then you have won. Because her years are much more valuable than your years are in the sense of biological fertility, right? So she has actually lost more than you have lost. From relationships, men gain experience, men gain wisdom, and you can take that forward. Whereas a girl from a relationship, she gains baggage and an N count of +1. So that's what you can take with you to the next relationship. It's really no big deal. Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. Today, it's the MGTOW compilation number 83. Check this guy out. I think he's called MGTOW Moments. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, liking the videos, please hit the sub button, hit all for notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star review, give me a follow. If you'd like me to comment on a compilation, article, blog post, or something like that, please send it to theheliosblog@gmail.com. Also, if you agree or disagree with my points, that's what the comment section is for. Let's continue. All right, let's see. Girl says, you're not allowed to tell us what we can and can't wear. Well, I mean, in a way, she's not wrong. We can't tell you what you can and can't wear. You're allowed to wear whatever you want. It's just what you wear and what you do has consequences. By the way, let's do the red flag test. Excessive makeup, sleeve tattoo, huge nails. I do like her hair, and the hoop earrings are also a red flag. Also, she has excessive makeup on her face, and she has a condescending expression. So all of these things, they signal to us that the girl is likely not good for a long-term relationship. Also, when the girl says stuff like, you aren't allowed to tell us what we can and can't wear, what she's actually saying is, I want to be in charge of the relationship. I get to determine what men find attractive. I am the prize. That's what she's subcommunicating by creating such a TikTok. And it's not true, right? Although in the TikTok comments, you'll see lots of girls supporting what this girl is saying. It doesn't really matter what the comments say. Reality is reality. If you wear certain clothes, you're going to get certain outcomes, right? If you dress for maximum attention, most men are not going to take you seriously. And this is a very important thing for women to internalize. If you're going to girls' night out dressed a certain way, or you're walking out in public dressed in a certain way, looking a certain way, you're going to get a certain kind of attention. And a certain kind of attention, if you're putting that sort of energy out, right, that you want that, men of value, men of quality, the top 20% of men that all women want and all men want to be, those men don't want to be with you. Again, please leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Let's continue. Put a ring on it if you expect us to do wifey duties. No, actually. And this is what many women in 2022 don't understand. Many women in 2022, they don't understand that a relationship, it's an interview for marriage. If you fail the interview, you don't get the marriage. So if you're not doing the wifey duties, so to speak, before marriage, you will never actually get a marriage. Because what you're subcommunicating is that you are not marriage material. Because you are not showing the attitudes and the abilities of a woman that wants to get married. So no, you're putting the cart before the horse with a statement like this. This is wrong. Okay, let's see what this guy says.
Need to perform wife duties in her girlfriend title. Let me explain to you why that whole idea is fucking ridiculous and it's easy to dismantle, and it was probably spread by one woman and then other women picked it up and started spreading it even further without even thinking it through. So, if a woman's going to show you that she wouldn't be a good wife, well then why would you marry her? It's just a way for a woman to either fast track a ring to her finger or show you that, well, I could treat you a lot better, but I'm not going to because you didn't put a ring on my finger. But once you put a ring on her finger, why would she change? Because, well, all the actions that she performed was good enough for you to put a ring on her finger. So that means she doesn't really have to kick it up a notch or do anything.
That's exactly right. So, again, every action that the girl does in some shape or form is a kind of shit test, right? Everything that she does is a test to see, is he okay with this? Will he take this? Will he comply? Will he listen? Will he follow? If you allow that sort of stuff to happen, then it will continue to happen. And not only will it continue, it'll continue to get worse, right? So you have to have extremely firm boundaries. And if those boundaries are crossed, you have to be willing to walk away. It's like that movie. It says, never attach yourself to anything you can't walk away from in 10 minutes. That's why I recommend that you don't cohabitate and that you don't marry, because you can never walk away easily from relationships like that if you see extreme disrespect. Whereas if you see extreme disrespect in any relationship type that's underneath that, you know, where you're not cohabitating and not married, you can just walk away at any time, right? You can just end it with a girl and that's it, you know? And the guy is absolutely right. When the guy says that the logic is terrible, it is terrible. So you must expect wifey duties from a girl before you're married, because she should be on her absolute best behavior in order to get the commitment from you. And by the way, if you're having serious problems before getting married, you know, just being boyfriend and girlfriend, it means that fundamentally a marriage wouldn't work. There should be no serious problems, no serious arguments, basically ever, if you're in a long-term relationship. Something else that's a red flag is if your girl never submits. If even after a year or more than a year, she's still fighting for power, she's still trying to gain the frame of the relationship from you, it means that she will never stop doing that and it will never get better. She will always be fighting. And that shows a masculine, dominant demeanor, which does not lend itself well to a long-term relationship. Just keep that in mind, guys. Again, please leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Let's continue.
Anything extra because, well, everything that she did was good enough for you to marry her. So what, after the marriage, she's just going to start performing wife duties? No, she's not going to. At all. Period. That's why you don't do that. If she's not going to show you what kind of a good wife she could be, well, there's no point in a marriage, is there? So don't...
Absolutely. If the girl doesn't say, see, look at how good a wife I would be. If she doesn't show that with her actions, she's not a good wife, right? She's a terrible wife, in fact. That she would say, I'm not your wife, I won't do this for you, shows that I could be doing better, but I'm actively choosing not to because I want to manipulate you into the situation that I want you to be in. It's very, very disrespectful.
I don't believe any of that shit, fellas. It's a very stupid fucking idea.
Hey, happy birthday.
Wait, what? So she's at a restaurant with her side guy and then her boyfriend comes in? Oh, by the way, the comment says she really expected her boyfriend to accept her side dude. Let's see what the guy does. So by the way, they're sitting across from each other at a restaurant. The girl is with the side guy, and then there's a present on the table. Oh, both the main guy and the side guy got her a present.
Happy birthday.
Oh, wait, what? Okay, so she's with her boyfriend, and she invited the side guy to her birthday dinner. And now the guy is upset. He's like, so all these people are cheering for her and all that stuff, and and the girlfriend is like, what do you mean? I thought this was okay.
Cool, brother. No problem.
Come sit down.
Oh, and she tells the guy to sit down. So the guy is fully in her frame, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like a
Happy birthday. No, I'm good.
You're not taking the bag. Look at no, Daniel, stop.
You'll get the bag.
No, you're not getting the bag. You're not getting. No, stop, Daniel. No, 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 no.
Oh my God.
You invite your ex. You invite your ex. Nah, you invite your ex.
We're just friends. Daniel, stop. You're really gonna take the bag?
Did she say we're just friends? What a disaster. Yeah, so this girl is trying to set up the AFBB, right? She's trying to set up the boyfriend being the good provider and the side guy giving her the good bedroom fun. And for the boyfriend to be okay with this and to still provide her with gifts and still provide her with the benefits that he provides her while she has that. Utterly ridiculous. Okay, and let's see the outcome of the situation.
Yes, yes. We're just friends,
He takes the
brother. We're
gift
just
that he
friends.
gave her back.
We're just friends, man. Come on, man. Bring this in.
He's like, we're just friends, man. Come on. And the guy's like,
Wow.
and the guy's like, bye. That's exactly right, guys. That is the move. If your girl shows you utterly disrespectful behavior, the best thing you can do is to walk away. That's the best thing you can do. That is the best play. Walk away. A man's greatest agency is his ability to walk away. Again, publicly like this, very incredibly embarrassing. But again, to maintain your self-respect, that is what you do. Like, again, what an utterly ridiculous situation. Again, please leave a comment if you agree or disagree with my points. Let's continue.
Like harm from men.
How and where?
How and where what?
Answer the question. She don't know. L. Where's this harm from men coming from?
Okay, it started when I was young. I'm not going to talk too long. I was 16, got a bottle thrown at me because I told a boy no. It started when I was in a club. A boy touched me. I said no. He kept touching me. It got to the point he got violent.
Wait, she's talking about personal things. I think she's missing the whole. She's missing the whole argument. She's talking about her. She's talking about her things.
Okay, so here is the thing, guys. Women have this thing called solipsism, okay? So the thing called solipsism, here's how it works. Women, they base their personal experiences, they generalize their personal experiences to the greater reality, and they assume that their greater reality is exactly as their personal experiences are. So they assume if one bad event happened in their past, that all, for example, like one man treated her bad in her past, therefore all men are bad, because this bad thing happened to her personally. They don't use facts, data, and statistics in order to make points. Rather than that, they use their own personal experiences in order to drive their conclusions, which means that women are much more likely to make emotional arguments that are not based in facts, data, and statistics, right? So there you go. Please leave a comment if you agree or disagree.
And that goes back to you can't. So because of what some men did to you, you just basically blame all men.
Yes, and then the TikTok caption says, I thought this clip could reflect on the women of this generation. Well, actually, it doesn't reflect just on the women of this generation. It reflects on female nature in general, which is that female nature is solipsistic. So as I said, unless women are expressly taught by men to argue based on facts, data, and statistics, they default to their base nature, which is solipsism, which is to generalize their specific experiences to the greater reality.
That's kind of dumb, bro. Okay? Bro, I was just at Target earlier, and some lady stepped on my shoes and she didn't even say excuse me. I was like, excuse you. She was like, watch where you're going.
Right. So if he was using female logic in this situation, what he would say is, all women are terrible as a result of one girl stepping on my shoes. But obviously that would be terrible logic, right? Because that's one data point. How many times does a girl do stuff like this? Rarely. So therefore, you can argue based on data that, you know, it's not like women in general aren't like that. But ironically, based again on data and statistics, you can say that women are solipsistic, right? Again, if you don't believe me, just watch like 1,000 of these TikToks, right? And then you have a sample size of 1,000. Of course, it would be a biased sample because the women that talk on TikTok are more likely to be distressed or whatever. So your opinion of them might be a little skewed. But again, that 1,000 women would have a similar argument style, right? Says something about female nature, right? Okay, let's continue.
Bro, I don't.
Who are y'all? Me? Oh, my name is Ho-Phase.
This is after a 2-year relationship.
This is my boy Trust Issues. Hey, that's alcoholism. What's happening, coach? And that's Don't Care No Mo. What's poppin'?
It's such bullshit.
Right, so these girls, what they do is the relationship ends and they go on a bender, basically, right? So what they do is they, you know, drink a lot, take illicit substances, go sleep around, etc., etc., and then they totally burn out their ability to pair bond, and they're also often alpha widowed by the previous guy, so not able to bond to any new guy. So they're just perpetuating even more of their own destruction, right? And that our society allows for this behavior and in fact encourages it is very destructive for the long-term health of our culture, right? So women should not be encouraged to do this, and that they are shows a fundamental decay in the fabric of our society, I believe. Anyway, please leave a comment if you agree or disagree. And it's again the reason why so many men are walking away, because they see women behaving like this. And some men are like, okay, I'm just going to have my fun and I'm going to watch the world burn. And other men are like, you know what? Like, I don't even care anymore. I'm going to walk away from this.
Right? The simple fact that females can acknowledge the fact that they go through this after a breakup, it says everything, right? You don't have to be a hoe. You don't have to just go out there and start wilding out, right? It's a decision. I'm talking about.
It is absolutely a decision. And the reason why so many women are making this decision is because it's actively encouraged. It's encouraged by society. It's encouraged by the movies. It's encouraged by pop culture. It's encouraged by the music. It's encouraged by their friends. And sometimes, sadly, it's even encouraged by their family. You see? So these women are taught incorrectly by every conceivable source. And all of these negative teachings, all of these false teachings, what they contribute to is the destruction not only of the girl's life, but of women's existence and experience in modern dating in general. The incorrect teaching of women has caused these long-term issues that then cascade into the greater cultural decay that we see today. That's my opinion anyway.
Oh, I went through my whole phase. When girls tell me that, I look at their ass as crazy. I don't date low-quality women. When she
yeah, if she talks about having a so-called garden tool phase, she is recreational use only. Because if she's had one of those, she'll have multiple of them, right? So you can't trust it.
Tell me that, okay, I take into account. I'm not going to judge her for it, right? I'm not going to say, oh no, I don't want to talk to you because you had a whole phase. I'm just not going to wife her. I'm like,
exactly. That's exactly what I just said. Exactly right. Men of value, men who are competitive, who are strong, who are independent, who other men want to be and all women want, those men will not choose women who make terrible long-term decisions. And that includes recreational substance use, it includes sleeping around, it includes multiple tattoos, terrible hair, masculine, argumentative demeanor, etc.
Piper, but I ain't gonna wife her. Because these girls, they make these decisions. They don't have to do it. They're deciding to be a hoe. They're deciding to have multiple sex partners. It turned me off.
Not only you, man, not only you, but so many men does it turn off that the marriage rate right now is 6 out of 1,000. It's not just you, man. And again, It's utterly ridiculous that this should be the common cultural trend and not some insane exception to the rule. Nowadays, so many women are living the lives of ladies of the night of 50 years ago, right? And then wondering why they have terrible outcomes in the long term. It surprises no one. Let's continue.
On a deeper level, but hey, you'll never know that. You're just never going to get that relationship you thought you.
Indeed.
Once I get this set done, Jenny will love me.
Jenny hitting me up at 3.
Literally. So, guys, we're not out here working out, making ourselves strong men for women. No. We are making ourselves strong because we are the cake. We are the cake, women are the cherry. Our life is good whether women are there or not. The point is, you build all of this stuff so that regardless of whether the girl is there or not, you're still happy. You still have a life. You still have a mission. You still have a purpose. Women come and go. Women are like money. But your greatness, your mission, your strength, your masculinity, your ability to succeed and drive through, that is forever. And you need to hold on to that. Okay, let's finish this one here.
3 a.m. I am not using a condom. Maybe she'll Venmo me like $40 for an Uber. No. Anal. That's my goal.
There you go. And then it says focus on yourself. That's right, guys. Focus on yourself. We're not out here training for these women. All right. Let's go to our Reddit article. This is on relationship advice. My wife, 31 female, cheated on me, 34 male, and I'm trying to figure out how to proceed. Hi, Reddit. My wife knows my Reddit, so I'm using a throwaway. I'm also on mobile, and English isn't my first language, so forgive my la la la. Okay. My wife and I had what I thought was a great marriage until a couple days ago when I discovered something that shattered my entire world and made me question everything. So guys, if there's something like this, there were problems way before this. And the girl would have shown in her behavior there were problems. She would have bucked his rules. She would have commanded him to do stuff. She would have, started implying that she wants to be the leader, etc. My wife was in the shower and left her phone on the nightstand, and I saw it light up. I glanced over and did a double take when I saw it was from someone named Boo. My curiosity got the better of me, and I snooped through her texts. It was worse than I could have ever imagined. They constantly talked about how they loved each other and how they wished they could be together. At this point, my heart was racing, and I heard my wife turn off the shower, so I put her phone back. So guys, this is women's dualistic mating strategy. They want a guy who's a beta male for the provisioning, for money, gifts, taxi rides, etc. And they want another man for the bedroom fun. So you want to be the bedroom fun guy. When she got out, she could absolutely tell something was wrong and kept asking me if I was okay. I told her I was just stressed from work. She pressed me but eventually dropped it, and eventually we both went to bed. She's a heavy sleeper, so when she eventually fell asleep, I went through her phone and what I found shook me to my core. I found evidence she actually met up with this guy multiple times. She's taken business trips to go to his house for a week. After I found all this, I spent the night drinking and being sad. For these past few days, my wife has been trying to cheer me up. As she can tell, I've been off. She keeps asking what's wrong, and I shrug her off. How do I go about confronting her? She's literally acting like she cares about me, and me being depressed is hurting her, as if she hasn't been sleeping with someone else for over a year. Any advice would be appreciated. So guys, this is the woman maximizing her dualistic mating strategy. This is why I say as the relationship rules: no male friends, no ladies' night out, no girls' night out. I would add no business trips, no solo traveling, all kinds of stuff, right? No girls that are friends that are garden tools, etc. All of this is to prevent this kind of thing from happening to you. Because if the girl has done this, it's because she's pushed on your frame and realized that she could get away with it. Okay, let's look at the top comment here. With 670 upvotes. She's scared to death, OP. Trust me, she's been in fear this whole time. Let her suffer, don't confront. Continue getting evidence while seeing a lawyer and have her served. 256 upvotes. Love this advice. My wife absolutely deserves every second of this. I have a meeting with a lawyer today. Give her some relief right before you serve the papers. Okay. Never tell her how you found out. It will mess with her if you divorce, and never mention the cheating as a reason. Tell her years later. So guys, again, my recommendation actually is the following. In the West, in 2022 and on, do not get married. Do not cohabitate. You open yourself up to being leveraged into such a position. You understand what I'm saying? This is terrible for a man to deal with. And having to extricate yourself from the situation is terrible. You have to, you have to talk to all your family and friends about the situation going terribly. You have to, move all of the stuff out of your place. You have to do all of this stuff. It's just a total disaster, guys. Like, this is not life. And because women can hold you at threat point with, taking your money, taking your children, taking your assets, etc., you should never allow yourself to get into this position in the first place. So guys, do not get married in 2022 dating. It is a terrible, terrible idea. Also, don't cohabitate, don't live together, okay? We're going to end the video here. So again, if you're new to the channel, liking the videos, please leave a sub, hit all for notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star review, give me a follow. If you agree or disagree with my points, please leave a comment. That's what the comment section is for. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please remember to do all of the following. Like the video for the algorithm. Comment on the video. I respond to all comments and I'll give you a heart. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can see my content on your feed. Check out all of my content on other platforms. It spreads the reach of the channel. YouTube, bit.ly/Helios YouTube. Rumble, bit.ly/Helios Rumble. My blog is realheliosblog.com. My podcast, bit.ly/Helios Podcast. My Patreon, patreon.com/The Helios Blog. You can also support the show at bit.ly/Helios Donations and buy my books at bit.ly/Helios Books. Thank you so much for all of your support.